NASA New Mars News. Strange hole has been spotted on the Mars surface, and scientists say that this could be aliens. NASA reveals the strange hole on the surface that could lead to the discovery of alien life. This is not a new image, it's from 2011. The mystery hole was spotted by NASA's Mars Reconnaissance rover in 2011, and scientists say that they have now spoken out about it. They knew about it, but now they're disclosing it. The hole is almost perfectly circular, as you can see. Very strange indeed. Perfectly circular. I mean, what is that? Perfectly circular, and was spotted on the slopes of Mars' Pavonis Mons volcano. NASA thinks that the opening is about 35 meters wide, and the crater down below goes down about 20 meters deep. That's about, 60 feet. The relatively large space under the surface means it could potentially be home to alien life. Experts feel that this is the case, as the crater could protect any life forms from the harsh radiation of the sun. Earth's atmosphere protects all life from Earth's sun's radiation, but Martians are not so lucky because the planet has no atmosphere, and it has also very little magnetosphere. NASA scientist Robert Nemiroff and Jerry Bonnell says the hole was discovered by chance in 2011 in images of the slope of Mars' Pavonis Mons volcano. It was taken by the high-rise instrument aboard the robotic Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which is right now circling Mars. Shown in representative color, the hole appears to be an opening to an underground cavern, they said. Why there is a circular crater surrounding this hole remains a topic of speculation, as is the full extent of the underlying cavern. Holes such as this are of particular interest because of their interior caves, and they are relatively protected from harsh surface of Mars, and makes them relatively good candidates to contain Martian life. These pits are therefore prime targets for possible future spacecraft, robot, and even human interplanetary explorers. We know NASA is to send in 2012, just now, the rover planet this year, rover to the red planet, and it will eventually return soil samples to our Earth, analyzing Martian soil for any signs of microbial life. So, if there is microbial life, they're going to send the sample back to Earth. Can you imagine what that can do to us? I'm not going to go into that subject, but that's pretty dangerous, don't you think? NASA hopes to get humans to Mars at some point in the 2030s, and has already begun preparing. That's why they need samples. Now, construction is now started on the 112-foot dish, which workers are building in Gladstone, California, which will eventually perform part of the array of telescopes. Up to now, NASA has relied on radio waves to communicate with its machines through the solar system, but they take an average of 13 minutes to travel, and that takes too long, of course. Now, this could prove to be too long if hypothetical astronauts on Mars are in the midst of an emergency, but lasers will be now used. They'll provide almost instantaneous communication and also allow for much larger data sets to be transmitted. The project is part of NASA's Deep Space Network, DSN, and it's called DSS-23 as critical for future Mars missions. So this is something very astonishing. I still don't understand why the circle is so beautifully uniform. Isn't that something? This is by Express UK, Sean Martin. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.